Are your ad campaigns lighting up the dashboard, but not the pipeline? That's bullspend, and marketers are calling it out in Dashboard Confessions.
My boss asked for results, so I opened my dashboard for the only positive-sounding metric I had: impressions.
Cut the bull spend. See revenue, not just reach. LinkedIn delivers the highest return on ad spend of major ad networks. Advertise on LinkedIn. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a $250 credit. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, we're going to be... I feel like this needs to be an episode more so directed to the gaming industry, more so gaming developers, because I feel that this news with Destiny 2, that it should be a wake-up call to a lot of developers out there that are doing things to their games that nobody didn't ask for. And I've seen that one too many times in video games where it's games that I play, and I have to say probably the one game that I played a lot, like Destiny level a lot, is their competitor, The Division. And I remember when The Division 1, when that game came out, best game that I could have possibly played at the time. Like, I had to say, up until recently when playing Forza Horizon 6, I can't think of another game where I was having genuine fun with it. Now, there have been games that I played where I was like, yeah, this is a respectable game, this is a good game, but I feel like that something is usually, like, attached with it. It ain't just, me just, like, right out the package, like, oh, this is a great game. Like, for an example, the one game that I was playing a lot of where I will say it was good, but I didn't get that feeling, I didn't get that spark, was Gray Zone Warfare, because I feel like there was a lot of learning to do in that game. Then on top of that, they have it set up where it's like when you're trying to do missions in that game, they want to have stuff hidden, so it's kind of, hold on for a sec, okay, there you think whoever that was is out the neighborhood. That's one thing that I notice is that when I'm recording a podcast episode, always hear this person. Like, it might be like occasional times where I'm streaming, never when I'm recording, never when I'm just sitting and just chilling in my room, always while I'm recording a podcast episode. I don't know what that is. It's like they can sense down and they're like, oh, I gotta go right now, and it's like, dang, bro, go on about that. But anyways, but no, I will say that when the Division 1, when that game came out, I had a spark. I was enjoying that game. One of the funnest games I could have played at the time. But as the time went on, I started to lose that spark. I didn't have that much fun with that game anymore. So the Division 2 came out. Start playing I remember I bought it when the game came out. Didn't really play a whole lot of it because I just didn't have that same feeling I had when I played the Division 1. And I think this person's coming back in the neighborhood. It's like, dang, bro, either go out or come back in. I'm just saying it's confusing. But anyways, trying to log back in on this podcast episode. But after some time had passed, I did get into playing the Division 2. And I was enjoying it. I thought it was a good game. But then they started doing this season pass stuff. And they started doing all these other different things where I'm like, fam, that is not needed. Nobody asked for that. And I feel like that when it starts coming down to seasonal content, that's what ruins a video game. And I think I am going to talk about that separately. But I feel like that I need to just kind of continue doing an episode talking to the gaming industry. But no, I will say that the seasonal content whole thing, that era, that's ruining gaming. All right. Like, you can argue and say, oh, it improves. No, it does not. All right. And that's one thing that I will never forget. I can't remember if I mentioned that in the last episode that I did talking about Bungie and Destiny 2 and all that. But I just remember when people on Twitter were trying to argue with me and say that Destiny 2 was better than Destiny 1. And I'm thinking to myself, I've never seen what's been going on with Destiny 2 recently. I've never seen that with a video game before. I had to say, this is my first time where I've seen backlash because of a video game, like them stopping production, because you make it seem like that with Destiny 2, you put out this whole free to play idea with the game. You make the game free to play. Then you start charging all this money for the DLCs. You start losing out on money. People ain't playing the game like how they used to because you're doing things to the game that nobody asked for. I feel like a stress. Like but I can't stress it enough that when you do things to a video game that people argue about, and that's why I'm like, dude, my thing is this: do video game developers pay attention to the gaming fans? Like, I feel like that's something that you don't really see a whole lot. They just want to put out whatever it is that's going to make the higher ups happy. But are you guys listening to the gaming fans? Because if so, I guarantee and I promise you, where Destiny 2 is at right now, it wouldn't have been in this position. Let's just say if it was left up to the fans on what needed to happen to Destiny 2, Destiny 2 would be a much more better game. But that's the thing. All they want to do is just take our money. They don't want to listen to our ideas. They don't want to listen to what we have to say about the game. And that's why that game failed. Because the thing is this. Nowadays, with video games, you got a lot of different people, influencers behind them. You got kind of like YouTubers, you got TikTokers, you got, I guess maybe if there's an a community, or gaming community on Instagram, then you got that, streaming. You got a lot of different people that are into gaming, all right? And that means that there's a lot of people watching those people that are into gaming. So whatever narrative they're going to push with a video game, that's what the fans are going to run with. So let's just say I'm a big giant content creator. I'm bringing in hundreds of millions of views every single day when it comes to gaming, right? And that seems like it's a little far out there, all right? But one man can hope, okay? Or anybody can hope. But anyways, no, overall though, if you guys want me to say good things about your video game, you have to come out with a good video game. Not no video game that's trending or a video game trending in a genre. No, I'm saying it has to be an overall good video game. You cannot come out with a video game and expect it. Well, because this is more so directed towards Marathon. Because I feel like that what they're trying to do is put all their time and attention into that. And it's like, who asked for Marathon? The funny thing is, you guys could have just left Marathon like that project on, the hush hush, not tell nobody about it and stuff, and just kind of seen like, what people would have said about it and stuff, like, oh, how do you guys feel about an extraction shooter? People might have wanted to see an extraction shooter mode in Destiny, but they wouldn't have wanted a whole new video game to play rather when there's a video game that you guys still got work to do with it. And I'm saying like with this, because I know that they are going to come out with a their final update for the game. I don't see no high hopes for this update. It's going to probably be some stuff where we're like, oh, we fixed this, we patched this, we have it where this is now in the game and all these other things that, again, nobody asked for. That's why I'm not all that excited for this last update with the game. I'm probably going to play it at some point in time just to see what it's about or read about it. But other than that, it's like, you ain't told nobody about this update. Nobody don't know nothing. Let's just see what this last update is going to be about. What is the last Destiny 2 update going to be about? D2, the final content update, June 9th. Overview graphic. So, spent hours making this graphic to show everything coming June 9th. So, there's two different version links. There's includes the Destiny 2 ending event, the director, Pantheon, RAD and core update, sandbox tuning, transmog, SRL, Eververse, change it. Yeah, okay, hold on for a second. So, D2 remain playable. Okay, so I know that. Monument of Triumph. Destiny celebrates wider than moments of triumph. Complete game-wide triumphs to earn free armor, ornaments, and weapons, etc. New title and armor set. Deliver small character beats to leave the D2 story characters in interesting places. Read and explore to find all the Easter eggs reveals. Return of the director, newly refreshed directors in the center of activities again, not the portal. Portal activities are now in nods at the, I think nodes or nods, whatever, at the bottom. So, But yeah, it doesn't look Pantheon. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's stuff that's, you know, worth trying out. I guess like, yeah, at some point in time, and I think that's what this last update is going to be. At some point in time, people are going to play it just to see what it's about, but then they're going to stop playing it, focus on something else. And I mean, you guys, if you guys are going to put all your time and attention into Marathon, then I think that's what people are going to be looking for, is to see, okay, what fun things are you guys going to add to Marathon? Because if you think that we're going to be playing this extraction shooter video game for the same amount of years as we were playing Destiny 2, that's not going to happen. You guys going to have to add a story. You're going to have to add some traditional multiplayer stuff. You're going to have to add some PvE modes. You're going to have to add a lot of different things to this game in order to make it into the same game. Because that's something that I think I had asked before all this stuff had went down. How is it that you guys went from Halo to Destiny, now to Marathon? And when you look at the amount of content that got taken away from like each series, Halo, because I feel like over the years, it was fun. I have to say, Bungie, that would probably be some of your guys' best work. But I feel like that as the time went on, it was like, just from what I remember playing of Halo, I was like, nah, it just doesn't, something just seems missing. Something seems off with this. But then you guys came out with Destiny. Now, that's when you guys had my attention. When you came out with that first Destiny game, and I was like, bro, there's no way. Did I finish talking about like how when people were arguing with me about that game? And because I wanted to end it off where it's like, you know, I wonder if those same people are still playing Destiny 2 today. Because I guarantee and I promise you they're not. Them same people that are arguing about that, yeah, they might have seen the news surrounding Destiny 2, but I guarantee and I promise you they ain't playing Destiny 2 anymore. But anyways, getting back to, you know, Bungie's timeline with video games and stuff. But then you guys came out with Destiny 2, and you decided that you wanted to make this game, but then at some point in time, take away the game, and then add some stuff that nobody, again, they did not ask for. So then you guys realized that, okay, we bombed with Destiny 2, so now let's just come out with a video game where we're going to charge $39.99 for it, and all it is just one mode. One mode for $39.99, and there's all these other different games out there where you can get them maybe for a little bit more, a little bit less, but I think Pal World, that game is, hold on for a second, let me see how much that game costs. Pal World, $29.99. You could get Pal World for $29.99, and this is a game where it has mechanics like Legend of Zelda, but the gameplay is like Pokemon. So you're going around collecting, but they have you in this big old giant open world and all this other stuff. And even if we go into the same genre as Marathon, Great Zone Warfare, another game that's a game that actually does cost $39.99. But when you look at the amount of fun and the amount of stuff that you can do, and you ain't being timed on it, there ain't no like, oh, you gotta do these missions in a certain amount of minutes, otherwise you're gonna fail the mission, or not fail the mission. But it like what happens in Marathon if you spend too much time in the extraction area? Because if it's anything like Arc Raiders where it's like that 30-minute countdown, I don't know. I didn't play enough of Marathon to know, but I remember playing that one game, and I'm like, I'm not convinced. If you guys think I'm going to have that same feeling I had with Halo and Destiny with Marathon, that's not going to happen. Because Marathon isn't a good game. And that's one of those things where I'm like, I know there's going to be people out there that's going to say any and everything that they possibly can to defend Marathon. And that's be my question to those guys. Do you see yourself playing this game like how Grand Theft Auto players play Grand Theft Auto? Do you see yourself playing this game like how Call of Duty players be playing Call of Duty? Or Fortnite players? But the thing is this though. With Grand Theft Auto, gang of content. Fortnite, gang of content. Yeah, there might be people just strictly playing Warzone, but you're starting to see that now where Call of Duty players are realizing, hey, wait a minute, there's more than Warzone. There's campaign, there's zombies, there's multiplayer, prop hunt, all these other different things. And it's like, do you honestly think that Marathon, a one-mode game, is going to last you 10 years? Because if so, hey, more power to you. I really do hope that you have the most amount of fun with this game. But this ain't no 10-year game, okay? This ain't a 5-year game. I don't even think this is a 1-year game. I think at some point in time, we're going to look up and Marathon is probably going to shut down, all right? With Grand Theft Auto, my thing is this, right? So there's the one racing game, Forza Horizon 6. Let's say if I was playing Marathon and Forza Horizon 6, because I'm more of a racing fan than an extraction shooter fan. But I will say that at least with Gray Zone Warfare, Arc Raiders, I was having a little bit of fun with that. Gray Zone Warfare, I have to say that was probably, out of all the extraction shooters that come out, that would be my favorite. That would be the one that I had the most amount of fun with. But anyways, if let's just say I was playing Marathon and Forza Horizon 6, like I got into playing that, I probably wouldn't be playing Marathon no more. Because I'm like, there's games that I like that I'm not even playing right now because of Forza Horizon 6. I was playing a lot of Gray Zone Warfare. I was playing a lot of, where are some other games? You know, there's a lot of, even the Division 2, like that's a game where, with all the different stuff that they have you doing there, again, when developers start doing things to the game that is ruining the game, that's not going to make people want to continue playing it. And that's why you look up and you see where people are, because I think even, you guys upset the fans for one with this Destiny stuff, but I think right now they said that the fans, they started, I think the reviews, didn't they say it was like at Mixed or something like that? But I just remember they was like, people were upset and they were review bombing the Marathon game. But I'm like, that's the thing. You have to listen to your audience. You cannot come out with a video game and then just think, we could just turn a blind eye to whatever the audience is saying and doing, and we could just come out with a game and that'll be okay. No, it's not going to be okay. So, but that's why I'm like, I don't see with Grand Theft Auto, because I feel like that's going to probably be the biggest game to come out this year. And they did say that this that game is for sure coming out on November 19th. And I think they said next month, that's when the marketing for that game is going to start up. Do you honestly think, with your guys' game currently right now sitting at, hold on for a second, let's Marathon Steam player count. And it's crazy how like far down it's like done went. But anyways, you guys had 88,000 people playing this game 2 months ago. 11,000 people are playing the game right now. And you gonna sit here and try to convince me that this is the game that's going to lead you guys into the promised land. That's what's going to put you back on the map when it comes to some of the best. Because when you sit down and you think of Halo, that was probably, that had to have been Xbox's best game. I don't think there was no game, like when you guys came out with Halo Combat Evolved 2, 3, the ODST, and Reach, there was no way possible another game could top you guys. None. There is no game that I can think of that could top you guys. But then when Destiny came out, I feel like that there was room for other games to grow. But still, Destiny was a good game. Then you guys decide to do Destiny 2. That's what killed Bungie. That's what overall ruined Bungie. Destiny 2, new Destiny 2, old Destiny 2 was like, if they would have just left Destiny 2 on like how it was, had it where it was a game that you paid for, came out with a few DLCs, they would have had time to focus on Destiny 3. And I guarantee and I promise you, they wouldn't have lost out on no hundreds of millions of dollars. So that's why I'm like, I'm just confused by the strategies and the tactics that you guys have with gaming, and it's like, why are you guys doing this to yourself? So yeah, that's on, here's the thing. Let's just overall see what happens with Destiny, I guess like in the future. Let's see what happens with Marathon in the future. But it honestly wouldn't surprise me if we look up one day and we see a THQ situation happening, where it's like this company, Bungie, just randomly just shuts down. And then who knows, maybe they might, start up a new company and just be all like, oh yeah, this is what and they'll try to like play it off where it's all like, oh yeah, now we're in control and we ain't listening to the higher ups and stuff. My thing is this. If let's say I guess Bungie wants to blame Sony and say like, oh, we were limited, we couldn't do this, we couldn't do that. There is no company that I can possibly think of where they are going to limit a company underneath them from making them money. My thing is this. Let's just say I'm the head honcho at Sony, right? And you guys come at me and you say, hey, we want to come out with this video game. I'm sitting there brainstorming with you guys. I'm like, okay, what, because people ain't going to want to pay no $39.99 for just one mode. So what other modes are you guys going to add into this game? Because I'm like, you're going to have your PvE players. You're going to have your story players. You're going to have your PvP players that want team deathmatch and free-for-all and stuff like that. You guys gonna have to do a lot more. But it just seems like that it's like, okay, hey, we want a budget for this game. All right, yeah, sure. Okay, we're gonna do the bare minimum and just lay out a bunch of different promises with the game in the future. That's why your guys' game failed. Because we don't want promises. We want a video game. Okay, this is the gaming industry. This ain't the promising gaming industry. It's the video game industry, okay? So if you guys are going to come out with a video game, the game has to be good day one. Not day 500 or day 1,000, then the game is going to be good. No, day one, the game has to be good. Because if not, what's going on with what's going on with Destiny, that's going to happen with all of you guys. But again, directing because I did say I was directing this to the gaming industry, but that goes for all of the gaming industry. If you got a game out right now where it's slacking, you guys are not wanting to put in your all in the game, you got to ask yourself this question: am I a video game developer? Because if so, you want the best for your game. But if not, continue scamming your fans, and I guarantee and I promise you, they one day gonna wake up and realize, wait a minute, I'm being scammed. I don't want to play this game no more. I'm gonna go play me a game where I can save my money. I don't have to, constantly figure out whether or not this game's gonna be good or not. But anyways, and then it's just like a bunch of other different things. I'm like, but I'm gonna just leave it at that. I feel like I said everything I need to say. I feel like I'm getting to a point now where I'm just repeating myself. So, but anyways, with that being said, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And peace.